Am I live now? Think I'm live. Let me know if it works. Pop out chat. Go back down. Yo, yeah, sadly I had to restart a new stream, which sucks. I don't know what happened, but basically there was like a problem with Streamlabs or something. It crashed. It somehow crashed, but stayed in the background, which I don't know. All right, let's switch to Ableton and let's see if you can. Okay, no, wait a second. I need to reset everything now. Let's open a Serum. Let me see if the chat works. That doesn't work, does it? No, it does not. FUTURA, what preset were we at? It was like hands up. Yeah, so the next one is this one. Let's see. Let's see if you can guys, if you can hear this one now. Is it working? Meantime, my girlfriend's back. Omar. Perché? Boom, bam, bam. Oh, we got a new follower. But my camera died. Of course. You know, when things go wrong, it's like a spiral. It doesn't end. It's okay. I can turn off my camera. I'm not gonna save this one. I'm just like gonna surf through the presets really quickly because I've been here for like 2 hours already. So, and my girlfriend's back. So, let me delete this and cam link. All right. So at least you can see the full thing with Ableton. Let me go back to that preset that I was like talking about, where you could see, that we could hear the filter leak. Hopefully now it's working properly. So this is what I was talking about. You'll hear that there's like a little sparkle on the top end. And that's created by this filter leak here. So basically it's letting some frequency through as the filter is like cutting off frequencies or filtering. Zelda is like making funny noises, by the way. So, but if you don't like that filter leak, you can turn it off. Or if you want more of the filter leak, you can turn it up. I personally really like it with the filter leak on because it sounds really good in the mix. But yeah, that was it. Ooh, we got protein yogurt. Nice. I'm gonna eat that after I'm done with the stream. I need protein. Really like this one as well. The sub gets a little aggressive, so yeah, might be a little bit too much, but next up. So this whole thing, can you turn it off? Ask before preset change. Yes, you can turn it off. It's, you know, sometimes you want it, but most of the times I don't want that. This is very like psytrancey as well. But it sounds really good, really in your face. It sounds really good in the mix, this one. You can boost the bass here, more OTT boost with the highs. A low cut over there. Here, maybe I might be able to show what the spike actually does, but I'm gonna have to mute myself. By the way, can you guys tell me if you can hear everything properly? I just want to make sure that, you know, everything is working. I mean, sadly, it disappeared. My camera just died. My light is gonna die soon as well, but you don't need the light anymore because you can't see me. But yeah, please let me know if you can if you can hear me fine and if you can hear the presets fine. But I want to explain to you what the spike does, and I'm gonna have to mute myself, but basically you'll hear that there's a very quick snap in volume, and that's what the spike does, and that's a very standalone music or Seven Skies thing to do. I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna play with this knob over here, and then I'm like, pay very like good attention to the attack of the sound. Okay, I'm gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, for some reason it was set in the wrong way, but now it's working. You hear that little, that's what the spike does. In all my presets, that's what the spike basically does. It's usually 7 milliseconds long, not more than that. But yeah, so that's it. That's the spike. Explain. That's like the standalone music, like signature thing. But yeah, really good preset. This one, I like it a lot. This one's really big sounding as well. Thanks, Steven. It's going really well. I'm so happy I released this because yeah, it was killing me. It's like so much work. Really nice as well. This has a little bit of a slow attack, but again, macro number 1, you can change it and you can have a quicker attack if you want it. There's variation, so it's going to change the sound a little bit. I actually like the variation sound better. It's deeper, more like, I don't know, it's fatter. And this type of sound works really, really well with offbeat basses. So yeah, really cool. If I'm looking for like future rave, let's go here, kicks 2022. Got this like future rave kick. Yeah, we probably don't even need volume shaper or whatever. D sounds really deep. So if we, like, for example, go for like so much pressure having to come up with like a melody live. I actually have no melodies in mind at the moment, so I don't know what I'm doing. No, this is horrible. I have no idea what I'm doing. I can't think of any melody at the moment. Yeah, let's not do that. This sounds like David Guetta. Yeah, well, that's just Future Rave, so this is what he does, basically. But I'm trying to think of a melody, but at the moment I really can't think of anything. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cheat. And there you go. My light is off as well, but who cares? I'm not streaming anymore. I'm not showing my face. That was a sound that was like really good. No, go back to the leads. Not the sound though. Oh, there it is. This is cool. This is the one I was looking for. This is cool. I mean, this shows what you can do with these presets. I mean, coming out with it in like 2 seconds on a live stream. I had nothing planned right now. The cool thing about this sound is that it changes it has an LFO going on, but it's not based on time, but it's based on key position. So if it's a low key, if it's a low note that you're hitting, it's going to be a slow LFO. If it's a high note, it's going to be fast. Right? So as you are gliding through the notes, you're getting this like, it goes like super fast, and then you go back down and it slows down. So let me play it for you. So that's really cool. Once again, like in everything already, I showed you in these presets. If there's something you don't like, you can turn it off at all time. For example, if you don't like this LFO thingy, you can turn it off here. And obviously, it's acting on the cutoff, so you're probably gonna have to turn it off. Let's see, what else do we have? I turned it off. Why do you keep asking me this? very nice and organic as well. If you're familiar with trance music, you might have heard this sound before. The whole wow is given by the pulse width modulation on this particular wavetable, which is from Juno 106, which was very famous for like modulating the pulse width. But once again, if you don't like it, you can turn it off. Fun fact, the first time I did this preset was for my Nexus, Seven Skies Nexus library expansion thing. And it was called, I forgot what it was called. And Calvin Harris used it in his song Bounce. So that preset that you hear in that song Bounce by Calvin Harris, it's my preset, and it's based on this preset as well. And I forgot how the melody goes exactly, but I think it was an octave higher. Sorry, I'm not a piano player guy, but I don't know if you remember that Calvin Harris song, but basically had this sound. It was this, not from from Serum. I did that with the Nord lead back in the days, but yeah, that's basically designed the same way. Yeah, that was one of my favorite Calvin Harris track actually, and then I didn't realize it was my preset. I always thought it sounded familiar, and then I was talking to him, and he was like, "I use your Nexus sound set all the time," and I'm like, that's where it's from. He's like, yeah, that one is from there. I was like, fuck, that was crazy. That album actually had so many of my sounds in there. It's crazy to think that I was like part of one of the biggest album in dance music history without even knowing it. So. But anyway, I digress. This one is very techno-ish, bingo, like weird. Once again, like the previous one, if you don't like the bendy attack, you can turn it off. Or you can make it worse. It obviously doesn't make sense to have it so bendy, but, you know, maybe as a build-up or something, you can use it. Liking this one a lot as well. Maybe there's too much room. This one is one of those that I showed at the beginning of the live stream. The cool thing about this one is that you have the flanger thing, which is very handy if you do future rave. As you can probably imagine, I just finished watching Stranger Things, so hence the names of some of the presets. This is a mistake though. This is a pad, it's not a lead. I don't know why it's there. My bad. Okay, now start with the pads. So it's probably just me naming weird things. Oh, this is that pad one that I showed before. The one that if you play a bunch of notes, it sounds amazing. Let me go down an octave. It's the one that you can listen for hours. So good. This sound is a drug. Like every time I hear it, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like play it forever. So good. And like, I don't know, I'm like literally like stroking random notes right now. Like this in your breakdowns? Oh, so good. With like a bass that builds. And the sound builds as well. Literally, this is the best preset I've ever made. This, like, no kidding. This is one of the best sounds I've ever made. This has a wavetable of a cello. Sounds a little bit like cello-y. Basses, I was playing them before. Nice as well. This one is super deep. When is the pack available? Right now. Right now. This is just a live stream, just to showcase the sound. But if you hit the link I'm just dropping, you can get the pack. Pack is available right now. Go get it. Go get it, Tiger. Do you improve it with hard distortion? Nah, it depends. These are almost like trance. They're like a hybrid of like between techno and trance, which I think is what like Future Rave's where Future Rave's trying to go now. This is sort of the same, just has different harmonics, but I really liked it, so I included it. This is really good for like breakdowns. I'm actually using it in a song right now. This one is one of those like very housey, spiky basses. What's its name? Vintage Culture. He's using this a lot. And Medusa as well. This is one of those tom basses, but you have a lot of control on this one as well. So you have the pitch bend, like this is straight, and with this it bends, goes like boom, boom. Sometimes it works on a song, sometimes it doesn't work, and here you have all the control. You have a knock as well. Have drive. So if you want it clean for some reason, you want to use your own distortion, you can do that just from the main page in Serum. You don't have to go into the FXs. More bass. I love making tom basses, by the way. How long did it take to complete the pack? I want to say 3 weeks of every day working. Because look, making the presets not too hard, I'll be honest. It's, for me, it's not particularly hard. But what's hard is make them make sense. You know, I don't just make presets, I also test them. I test them inside song. I make like little future rave songs just to make sure that the impact of the preset is right for the type of music that you're making. And then I do all the macro stuff that I was explaining before. It offers you so much. Like if you, like, you probably saw what I've been doing with all the preset and the macros, and to do presets and macros that make sense, it takes a long time. So normally what I do is I create the preset, I do all the presets, and then I go back, reopen all the preset, and do macros for each and every single preset. But once again, I don't do like macros like some people do. It's just like, okay, yeah, let's take a stupid macro and you can change the volume on it, and or open the cutoff and stuff like that. Things that you could easily do from here, right? I don't do that, and I don't want to like shit on anybody who's making preset. I respect everybody. You know how I am, but I hate when they sell you a Serum preset that doesn't have macro done, or they only have like 1 or 2 macros. It's like put some. I'm very picky, and I want to give people the highest quality preset possible, right? So I spend a lot of time on this, but I also think it's like, I love to know that people expect a certain quality from me. And so I love to just like sit there and make the craziest macros and everything within the pack has the macros that are consistent throughout the whole thing. So spike and punch and stuff is always in the first one. All those things. And that takes a lot of time to make. Then once I made all the macros, what I do is I go back once again to all the presets, and I set the volume of all the preset to something that is like consistent, so that you have a consistent volume between all the preset throughout the entire pack. Also, one other thing that I do is I make sure that the octaves are always consistent as well. So, because there's one thing, I don't know if you guys know Sid, the producer. He makes house music. He's a really good friend of mine, and I always send him the packs. And the one thing he hates, he used to hate about my pack. Now they're not like that anymore. And I mean, they never really are like that, but he usually gets the beta version of the pack, so they're usually not as perfect, as OCD as they are when they're done. And sometimes, I send him preset and the octaves are completely off. Like one preset has a certain octave, then you switch to the other preset and it has a different octave, so you have to change the octave on your keyboard. And he hates that. And so what I do also on the preset is I make sure that they're always on the same octave. So you don't have to go to your keyboard and change the octave. You're always playing the same octave no matter what. When you hear a reference sound, how do you come up with which waveform or choose the preset? I guess it's my job to know what I want. If it's something for you guys, like you're trying to find a preset, I think it's just like what you do is you have the melody going and then you just flip through the presets until you have something. Or maybe you don't necessarily have to have the melody going. You just like go through preset and then you just tap, right? You're just like this, right? And you're like, okay, yeah, I want something maybe that is like better for offbeat stuff, and or maybe like in this case, this is like very good for arpeggiated stuff. So if I get MIDI effect arpeggiator. Right? While, for example, this tom sub, for example, this wouldn't work for this type of bass, right? Like, let me just play it. I mean, it has a certain swag to it, but it's definitely, it's too messy, too much. So, sometimes obviously you have to know what you're looking for, and then you just flip through the presets and until you find something that resembles what you're looking for, what's in your head and what you're picturing as a bass or as a lead. And you just use that preset, and if it's good right out of the box, you just use that as is. Or if it needs more bass, if it needs less bass, if it needs more something, you just put some plugins on top of it, or maybe just layer it with other things. It's just really all about having a vision first, and then and then with the preset you have your vision come alive. You have to see a preset. Like when I explain to people what I do with presets, it's really, to explain to a music producer I do preset, it's fairly simple, right? You all know what a preset is. And so if you ask me, what do you do for a living? I say, I am a music producer. And that's, for people, that's already hard to sort of like understand what it is. But if I go, I'm a sound designer, they're like, okay, what are you talking about? Well, if I tell you guys you're a producer, so you know what I'm doing, right? So for me, the easiest way to explain to normal people who are not producer what it means to make presets is like, imagine you're a painter, right? You're a painter, and I make the colors. That's what I do, right? Ableton is like the canvas and the brushes, and plugins are the brushes. Ableton is the canvas, and Seven Skies standalone music are the colors. I just give you the colors. You have in mind a sky that is a certain type of blue. I'll give you that blue. It's up to you how you decide to use that blue, how you decide to mix it with other colors to come up with a different blue, or to make yellow. Sorry, yellow, you can't make yellow. To make green, right? I give you the blue and the yellow, you mix them together and you get the green. And that's exactly what I do. The thing I cannot do is give you a way, like I can't tell you how to use the colors. I'll give you the colors. That's as much as I can do. But sometimes, you hear a preset and it sparks something into your brain and it gets you inspired. That's why I think presets are very important, even for me. Like, I'm notoriously really bad at presets, but I'm forcing myself to use a lot of preset, and a lot of presets that are not necessarily just like my presets. I just like to use a lot of other presets as well, because every sound designer has a certain vision, has a certain taste, and I like to use other people presets as well. But standalone music presets are definitely the best one. Sorry guys. That was a shameless plug, but that's totally true. Anyway, guys, I think it's like time for me to go because it's really late, and yeah, I've showed as much as I could. I hope you love the pack. I hope you're gonna get the pack. Sorry I couldn't do the demo song, but it got pretty late and the computer wasn't really cooperating. So once again, let me drop the link. If you want to check out the presets, they're out now on standalone-music.com. Check out the link. And yeah, that's it. I hope you love the presets. And if you do, please let me know. Tag me on Instagram. Just show me what you're doing with it, what you come up with it. And hopefully, this pack is gonna help you if you're making future rave. This pack is gonna help you making the next future rave banger. This is why I do it. I want to help producers make bangers as fast as they can, and I want to, my mission in life is to make EDM better. Not that it's not good right now. I just like to make it better. I like to provide as much content as possible to help producer make great music and help music evolving. Not necessarily saying to make it better is not the right thing. I just want to make music evolving and help other producers express their own creativity and their own vision. So yes, guys, thank you so much for stopping by, for taking time off to check this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Next time is going to be a track breakdown, probably Air Force One or Rave Machine or Volare. I'll see. I'll decide. Maybe I'll do like a Facebook poll or Instagram poll, and I'll let you guys decide. But this is it for me. I'll see you next time, guys. And from me, David, Seven Skies. See you, and bye-bye. Have a good night or a good day.